What's up, guys? Welcome back with the GOAT. If you don't know me, you will, or maybe not. So we back. Got the Benz back after the modifications. I haven't got the interior done like I said I would because my guy wasn't able to get it done. But it's okay. It'll get done eventually. But I do have some new things to discuss about this car, modification-wise, and just the W211 E63 in particular, because this is a iconic vehicle, flagship model for Mercedes. You feel me? That naturally aspirated V8, you can't beat it. You feel me? If I had more space, I'd have, kept doing it, but So yeah, I just love this car, man. You can't never gets old, brother. Woo! You heard that shit? Oh my God! But one thing I do hate about Mercedes, it's always something, right? So the reason I even changed the whole system, I wasn't going to. So as you'll see here, I got an Alpine screen in here now. Before it was just the what do you call it, the OEM screen. So I had to put this in here because my radio went out, stopped working. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and swap the whole system instead of repairing it, because you can repair it, but it's like, if I'm spending all that money, might as well get it done. I also added some subs in here, so the sound system in here is impeccable, especially with this HK speakers. I didn't have to upgrade the speakers. I just got a new subsystem, new radio, and new amp. That's not really what I'm talking about right now. The problem is check engine light just came on. I have no clue why, but I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, it's not anything detrimental. The car is not overheating. The car has oil, so everything will be fine. Yeah, Mercedes shit, you feel me? So, but the W211. So I'm gonna give you guys a little rundown of it. This is the first E63 they ever made. Started from 2007 to 2009. A lot of people get this mistaken with the E55, its predecessor. The predecessor is with the M113K, which is a 5.4 V8 supercharged. The original Hellcat, in my opinion, Now, I mean, they're getting tuned to like 900 something horsepower. But that was this car's predecessor, but it always gets mistaken for that. It's not. This is a 63. There's a 55 and a 63. The bumpers were different. There was a lot of small things that are different about it. So a lot of people put the 63 bumpers onto the E55 and whatever. So the E55 came out in 03 to 06, like I said, and this came in 07 to 09. So this year, like the one I'm driving right now, is a 09. This was the last year that they made the E63. And it has plenty, and I mean plenty, of things in here. So just knock off some things on the list. Panoramic, full panoramic sunroof is not fully open right now. This is just this, but there's also right here. But my screen is broken, so like I said, it's an old car. It's not perfect. Shit happens. So, oh, they got an O'Reilly's here? Oh, I'm about to go in there and get some stuff. But like I was saying, so it has that. Obviously, you saw it had a screen before. It wasn't touchscreen and whatnot. It was just regular analog, plug and play. You have, I think the car came with Bluetooth before, but I never figured out how to put it on. Had Sirius XM, all that type of stuff in 2009. Keep in mind, I was 9 years old when this car came out. So this car is pretty old. It's not nothing that's new. Paddle shifters, heated seats, cooled seats, auto start, stop. You know what I'm saying? So it's air suspension. It has so many different components, man. Like the air suspension too. So they call this the Airmatic in Benzes, right? So you can control everything from here. You can lower it. I don't know what the exact height, but a few inches, and then you can raise it with the other button that's here, right? Stock. Granted, this was like a $90,000 car when it dropped, so I understand why it has all these options. You got front and rear air conditioning. It's great. Like, it has everything that my F250 has, and my F250 is like 10 years newer than this. So it's insane. You got change holders, even though this doesn't really matter now because we don't really use change anymore. But just the creature comforts in this car, amazing. You can use the steering wheel to adjust the volume. Same thing to flip through your menu. You have a digital and analog dash, kind of. I can change my miles per hour. I can see my fuel mileage. I'm getting 11.9 miles per gallon right now. I just came off the highway, so not terrible for a 6.2 liter, right? Obviously, you know, every Mercedes, power seats, everything. It's great. You got storage under the seats, under both seats in the front. So it has like insane amount of options for something this old, in my opinion. Power mirrors, everything. So another thing too that doesn't work, this car came with like, I forgot what they call it, the P30 package, where you have like different, I don't know if it's the P30 package or if it's just options that they put on here. So they have these, what do you call these? The blinds, I guess. There's one for the rear too, but that one doesn't work. Like I said, the car is old, so it's certain stuff that doesn't work in it. So for the interior, that's pretty much it. It's basic stuff, man. But I love it because you can't get this type of luxury for this cheap that still works for the most part, right? I still got most of my stuff that's working in this car, so it's great. Now, let's go to the exterior. So if you look at the fog lights, I have changed them. Those are daytime running lights now. They used to be regular fog lights, so where that you turn, the lights will come on, right? So now, as you're looking at them, those are LED strips. And every time I turn the car on, they're on. They run just like your regular daytime running lights. So headlights are the same. The only thing I've done is change out the bulb. I've changed them to LED instead of the HID. Everybody says HID may be projecting a little bit better, but I feel like the LED is brighter to me, especially with the setup that I got going on. It looks better with the LED DRLs that I have on there. So stock, this car comes with a chrome, not really chrome, it's like a plastic chrome grille. I changed that to black. I feel like it looks a little bit better with the DRL scoops that I have on here. You'll see the wheels I have on. They are BBS CCRs, 19 by 9.5 in the front and 19 by 10.5 in the back, which this car does come already with a staggered setup. I'm not remembering the exact dimensions for the stock rims, but it's basically the same. Like I said, the car is on bags, stock, but I do have a kit on here that allows me to adjust the ride height, right? So it's called a lowering link. Therefore, you can adjust the suspension level to get lower. So if you're looking at the car right now from the outside, you'll see it sitting pretty lower, you know, than normal. A lot of people would think, oh my God, his bags have failed, because that happens a lot in these cars too. And it's just the fact that I have a lowering link, so I allow the car to sit lower. It handles better. And I have small, I don't remember the exact dimensions, like I said, because I've done a lot of this stuff like a year ago before the car went in the shop. There's spacers on here as well to help with the handling. The wider your car is, the lower it is, the better you can handle corners. It's just obvious science. Cosmetically, what else have I done to it? I mean, tints, everybody does tints. So a lot of people have asked how my windshield appears to be blue from the outside. And if you look on the inside, it has a yellowish hue. So it's a polarized film, which is called a chameleon tint, right? I don't know. I saw it on some, I forgot. I think his name is DMO DJ, right? Go check his page out. Fire. He had a 63, and I was looking through the comments, and they were like, yo, this is called chameleon tint, whatever. So I put it on the car. It looks nice. It looks like how the G-Wagons look when they get their windshields tinted. So it's great, man. Like, cosmetically, what else have I done? I haven't put the splitter and the diffuser on yet. I haven't had the time. You know, sometimes real life hits and you just don't have the time to do it. It's part of the game, but it will go on soon, and we will try to get the interior wrapped into that carbon fiber. Everything else on the car is pretty much stock. It has a minor tune on it right now. Like I said, the check engine light, it might be because of that, or just because my cats are going bad. I remember the cats had thrown a code, and I had poured some stuff in the tank to, you know, clean it out, but that doesn't always work. So like I said, the W211 E63 comes with an M156 motor, which is a 6.2 naturally aspirated V8 engine, right? When it comes to reliability, they're not the most reliable, but as long as you take care of a car, it can last, right? It's not terrible. People make it seem a lot worse with the head bolt seizing up and all that. Like, I have 127,000 miles on mine. That's not that crazy for this. I mean, it's a 09. It's not that crazy amount of miles for it, right? And I haven't had any major issues besides the wiring harness so far, right? And I do drive these out of this car. Like Sid will tell you, I drive the dog shit out of this car, right? So it's not being babied, and I don't plan on selling it, so I don't care. If it blows up, I'm gonna fix it and continue to fix it. The motor comes stock, so 504 to 514, no, 507 to 514 horsepower. I'm not sure pound-feet of torque off the top of my head, but mine is pushing about 550 to the crank after the tune, so it's even running harder, and the motor is held up pretty good. I do oil changes every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. Maintenance on this is not bad. Like, it's great. For what it was at the time, I think I bought this car for like $27,000 in 2020, 2021. I had the car for like 4 or 5 years. I think it was 2020. Yeah, 2020, I think I bought this car. And I bought it at 91,000 miles. So I put like 30,000, no, 40,000 if I bought it at 90, yeah. So I put almost 40,000 miles on the car, and it's been great, man. This was my first major purchase. All car purchases like this are stupid because this is an AMG, regardless of how old it is, it's gonna break, and it's gonna cost AMG money to fix it. Brake jobs on the car are like $2 grand still, even though it's an 09, because you're using Brembo brakes. Like, people don't realize when you change the brakes on this, you have to change the calipers too. I mean, not the calipers, the rotors too. So every time you do a brake change, rotors got to go because it's drilled and slotted, and then you got Brembo brakes, so it's eating at that rotor. But hey, you got to be able to stop. You see that 200 on the dash. So all in all, one of my favorite cars, hand down. Yes, I'm biased because I own one, but like I said, this is always a dream car of mine. The W211 is like one of the most classic Mercedes. Like, it embodies Mercedes all the way through. Like, you have a little bit of modern touch in here, but it's a classic car. When you look at it, you can tell like this is a Benz. So it's great. If you're looking into getting one of these, I'll eventually make a video, the do's and don'ts for you car fanatics that know about the W211, what to look out for when buying it, because I've owned one for 4 years, and like I said, I pretty much know all the stuff that goes wrong with it. Have a great mechanic. You got to make some good relationships if you buy this car. I'll tell you that much, because the parts, regardless of the labor, are going to be costly. Parts for this car are insane. Like, I had to wait like 7 months to get a wiring harness made in Germany to get sent here. So take that into consideration, but it's a great car. Smoking scat packs, smoking all those stock B58s. If you're not making anything over 600 horsepower, which most people aren't, like, the car community is a small group, and then there's an even smaller group that actually tune their cars. So they're just smoking most of these guys' cars bare bones stock. So, and especially now that it's tuned, it's lowered, it got a little pickup to it. Yeah, and this thing grips too, like, gone. W211 in its glory. We're gonna try and make it the best one out there. I'm gonna come back with a lot more videos so I can go viral and get paid for this YouTube stuff, because I'm gonna do this stuff anyway because I like cars. So, you know, you guys follow me, like, subscribe, follow my IG. It's WTG Auto, Wick to Go Auto. That's what that means, if you guys didn't put that together. Follow me on the gram. Follow me on TikTok too, Wick to Go Auto. I make shorts and, you know, videos, motivational quotes and stuff, you know, just like everybody else does. But I'm different because it's me. So that's why I think you should subscribe. But to be honest, man, we're going to make some more content. I'm going to try and review some of my friends' cars. They have some interesting vehicles. And once Sid can walk again, because she's, you know, on a boot and whatnot, you know, we'll make some content outside the car, baby. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, I'm going to try and get some more content out for you. Real life happens to get in the way sometimes, but got to make sure we're more consistent this year. And this is my first video of the year, so, you know, give me a round of applause. And we're back in motion, so let's make it happen, baby.